What is good, Neo family? It's Ray-J back with another video, and in this one, we're going to be talking about the one and only Neo stock and what I think is going to play out for the future of this company. I'm also going to talk about what's going on with the overall market and what the Fed is doing that could definitely affect Neo and the market as a whole. I'm also going to talk about what's happening next week as we have some very, very bullish catalysts coming out for the market, which could definitely affect Neo. I'm also going to talk about what's going on with the latest pieces of news affecting Neo as we have some very, very cool updates coming out. And I'm going to end this video by talking about what's going on with Neo's Twitter page as they said something that makes me very bullish for the future of the EV sector, for the future of Neo, and what I think is going to play out for 2022 to 2025. Now, before I talk about why I'm so excited for this year and the future of Neo and why I think this stock could blast off very, very soon, I do have to mention some very important things first. First off, I'm not a financial planner, guys. This is all for educational purposes only. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. Not only benefits me, benefits the entire Neo community as a whole. And the last things, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link down below and in the description. If you do sign up for Moomoo and deposit $100, you will not only qualify for up to 5 free stocks, each up to $3,500, but you're also going to qualify for free real-time level 2 data for US stocks with $0 in trading commissions. So please check that out if you guys want. And with that out of the way, let's get on with the video. So check this out right over here. This is Neo's share price. It was up about 1.54% on Friday, looking pretty good. Now, even though this thing is pretty down compared to where it used to be, guys, I'm not losing faith, guys. I still believe in this company. I do believe we're going to see a bullish reversal relatively soon. And if you just give this company time, guys, I do see big moves coming. Now, before I go into more detail about that, I do need to talk about the current standpoint of the Fed and the overall market and how this could affect Neo, because look at the S&P, guys. If we look at this over the past month or so, we could see some very, very interesting things. So as you guys can see in the chart right over here, you guys can see right here, this thing was at $451, right? Then it began to run up over the past month and began to dip quite a bit because of the news coming out involving the Fed, raising rates and inflationary data, CPI data, and all those things. But then we dipped to about 456, which is not as low as the low from before. Then we ran up again to about 474, not too far from all-time highs. Then we dip again, right? You guys can see this dip right here. And this dip right here was about 460. So what's happening is the S&P goes up, it dips a little bit, then it goes up again, then it dips to another number that's not as low as before, and it just continues to do that, showing that we're still continuing this upward trend. The SPY is not dead yet, guys. We're not in a downward trend or a bear market just yet. The market's looking pretty okay right now. So get ready for some pretty good moves coming forward. Now, well, I want to talk about this right here because in the future, guys, or at least for next week, we have a lot of earnings reports coming out. We have some this week, but more next week. We have hundreds of them, including Tesla, and that's going to be very, very huge for the market because if we see some very good things coming out, some good numbers, some EPSs, some PE ratios, some good things from tech stocks, it could really drive the market up. And I am more bullish, guys. I'm more bullish because I think we're going to see some good earnings reports, and it's definitely going to improve the current standpoint of the market. Now, the thing about Neo is, look, I do have to address what's going on with the Fed because Brainerd and so did Jerome Powell, they are a little bit more hawkish than dovish right now. And there's another big investor known as Bill Ackman that says that the Federal Reserve needs a shock and awe rate hike in order to restore its credibility with the markets. So this is kind of significant in my opinion. He definitely has a valid point. But the thing about this claim is the fact that, look, right now the market's not in the perfect state and the Fed is going to have to take dire action, which is going to lead them to raising the federal funds rates, which in turn is going to make revenue, or at least the adjusted revenue for these tech stocks, look less enticing to these institutional investors, causing it to not necessarily be as effective as before. So what does this mean in English, guys? It means that the market is not in the best of phases just yet, at least for the future. For the next upcoming months, we could see rate hikes go up. Big institutions may move money to different places, causing there to be a sell-off in the S&P. But the thing is, we're not there yet. Okay, that's the important thing I want to let you guys know. The reason I'm addressing this is because it is a concern to a lot of investors right now. But remember, we're not quite there yet. So the market could still run for the next upcoming weeks, the next upcoming months maybe, but as soon as the rates start hiking around March, we could see the S&P start to drop a little bit, and then if it continues to keep playing out that way if the Fed remains very, very hawkish. It really depends on how inflation changes. But if inflation is not addressed that quickly, it could continue to be a major issue, and the S&P could continue to dip. That in turn can affect the overall market, maybe NEO a little bit. But the thing is, we're not there yet, guys. That's many months to come. Like I told you guys, for the short term, guys, for the next couple of weeks, maybe next month or so, NEO is looking pretty bullish in my opinion. I still think that we hit that low of $27. Now we're maybe trading a little bit sideways, but we should start an upward trend from here on out. You guys could see we went from 27 up to about 30 very, very dramatically. That's a pretty good run up. And we're looking more bullish than bearish, in my opinion, for this week and for the next upcoming weeks. I'm very excited. Now, it's not just about the short term, guys. We do need to talk about what's going on with these new pieces of news. Remember, NEO leases a bigger San Jose office building for US HQ R&D Center, once again, to improve their autonomous technology. It's a very good sign, guys. We could see a US expansion coming out very soon, as the headquarters is now going to be bigger than 200,000 square feet. Once again, it's very, very awesome in my opinion. It's going to be a 10-year lease. So NEO is here to stay, guys, and I do see a USA expansion coming out within the next couple of years. It's going to be very awesome. Now, I also want to talk about this piece of news right over here. As you guys can see, it was stated that NEO is pushing for the first firmware OTA update to ES8 owners in Norway. Once again, they're improving their customer service. They're improving their outlook in Norway as well. Once again, that improves their business model. It really improves their cars, their customer service, and it increases the odds of them getting more and more sales because they're now having these new updates for their firms coming out outside of China. That's a very good piece of news in my opinion. The new system is going to be called the Aspen 3.0.5. Once again, new features, new winter experiences. That there's going to be a new manual battery warm up. Once again, new things coming out. It's very, very cool in my opinion. Now, this is going to be pushed for all ES8 large SUVs in Norway. Once again, a very good piece of news as their customer service is improving. Now, I also want to end with this right here. This is the last piece of news before I talk about the big proof out there that NEO is going to go up eventually in its share price. And before I talk about that, I'm going to talk about this. The mass solid state battery production for electric cars slated for 2030. Now, even though some people are saying that the batteries may have a little bit difficulties in their production, right now it's looking really good for NEO because I found from many research articles that NEO is expected to deliver or at least produce at least 150,000 cars just for the year 2022 alone, or even higher than that. Some are estimating it to be 180,000. Once again, very bullish piece of news, and that's really going to improve their numbers and their share price, in my opinion. Now, NEO obviously has a lot of potential, and they do have a lot of room to grow as they are expanding to many other countries. I did see in another report, it stated and they plan on expanding to like Switzerland and Germany relatively soon. That's going to be very awesome in my opinion. I can't wait for that. I can't wait until they start announcing some big things. I could definitely see this thing move. So here's why I'm so bullish on NEO, guys. It's not just NEO. Okay, NEO is not all there is to the EV sector. The entire EV sector, the market share is expected to increase by 7,365, that's in 1,000 units, from 2020 to 2025. So this is like over 7 million, guys. I know it's written kind of weird, but it's supposed to be over 7 million units from just 2020 to 2025. That's the increase. Okay, that's a very huge increase, and it could easily be bigger than that. So, in my opinion, guys, that's going to be massive, absolutely massive. And I think that's an underestimate. It could be much higher than that. It could easily hit 8 million. And the thing is, NEO is going to make a big share of that over time as they improve their vehicles. They're already producing hundreds of thousands every single year. I think they're very close to that. And we could see them produce many, many hundreds of thousands per year. So my point is it's kind of like how cryptocurrencies are all going to collectively go up as a whole together. The same thing is going to happen to NEO and many other EV companies. But NEO, for one, is a really good one in my opinion because of the fundamentals, because of their cars. I love their cars. I love their fundamentals. I love the community. I love so many things about this company, which is why I'm so bullish and which is why I talk about this one a lot more than others. So I'm very bullish for NEO. The entire EV sector is going to explode and you are just in the beginning phases. So yeah, this thing could be I think it's going to go up for these next upcoming weeks, guys. But the thing is, look, even if it remains a little bit low, it's eventually going to start running up this year. It's eventually going to run up for next year, the years after. It's going to happen, guys. As they get bigger and bigger and bigger, it's almost inevitable. So don't just worry about the Chinese sentiment or anything like that. Remember, you have to remember something. There's people all over the world watching it. There are millions of investors out there. There are people in Denmark, in Norway, in Sweden, in Germany, in China, in India, in all different countries that are going to be investing in this company. NeoDay alone got 100 million views. The eyes of the world are watching this company, and it's going to grow and explode, in my opinion. I can't wait. I know it may look down now, but you have to remember one thing. This is a very good dip buying opportunity, and eventually this thing is going to run up, guys. This is a very, very good time to buy because it's very early in this play, in my opinion, and I see bigger moves for the future. That's my outlook on Neo, guys. I want to thank you for listening. Don't give up on your conviction. Remain calm, cool, and collected, and be patient, because patience is a virtue and patience pays off for the wise investors. That's what I have for this one. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Please have a happy Martin Luther King Day, and I'll see you in the next one. Neo to the moon, and peace out.